Let you in without losing me. Don't mean I don't feel. Don't mean I don't
I
care.
just
I was
got.
like, what
There he
I've
is.
happened?
just learned to carry it without putting
There he
it
is. Hey,
I,
Snake.
hey, what's going on? I was like, what happened?
I got my fat fingers again. I gotta quit that.
Just got
So I need to figure out how to, because right now I just see your face. I don't see your lower third or anything. I'm
I
pretty
know
sure you
that's
just see
same
my face
thing,
too.
same thing,
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah. And you keep pointing that way, and I'm on this side.
There you go, right there. There you go.
No, I'm on. I see me on the other side of you.
I
Yeah,
got
I see
okay,
me over there.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
But I was talking to. Oh, there's Yellow. Is
Hey
Yellow there?
everybody, hey everybody. Good evening, y'all. Hey y'all. Hey Jan. Hey Peaceful Soul. Hey Divas Comedy. Yeah, we getting them coming in, Snake.
Yep, yep, yep. But yeah, everything's all good, man. We're just, making it happen, making it do what it do today. I mean, over the last couple of days, they made me work.
Yeah. So can
Um,
you kind of give us generically the issue that's on the table that you and the deputy are having to dealing with? Generically, you say their reasoning it was okay, but how they handle it was maybe not so much. But what
was
generically
wrong.
was what was going on?
Okay, well, we one of our many responsibilities. We are responsible for an area that's kind of a restricted area,
Okay.
and in that restricted area, they had a sewage plumbing issue.
Okay.
Okay. So they cleared out the area and they fixed the problem. Obviously, it smelled terrible because of
Right.
sewage and this, that, and the other.
Right.
So they got the area cleaned up, hospital standard. Everything was good to go, although it still smelled kind of bad.
Right.
And so they called me. I'm talking to two or three different people of authority and my folks. And I was like, listen, bottom line is if it's been sterilized to a hospital standard and they're willing to put in patients and their nurses, we got no reason to not be there.
That's right. 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 Right.
Okay, that's the standard. If it's clean enough for them, it's clean enough for us.
Right.
And I had onesie or twosies like, well, I don't like it. I don't think it's right. I don't care what you think.
Right. Come
I
on.
got no
Come
I
on.
got I got no leg to stand on. All
Yeah.
right. Now,
Right.
when the problem was happening, when there was an active health issue, I went straight to my higher ups and I'm like, listen, we're not going in there until it's fixed. They're like, you're right, absolutely. We're not going in there until it's fixed. But they fixed it. But it's an enclosed area. You're not going to instantly get rid of the funk. I was worried about safety.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So it was sterilized and everything was good to go. But then some people are like, well, it still smells bad. I'm like, well, put on a mask. Suck it up. If it's good enough for patients, if it's good enough for nurses,
Right.
it's good enough for you. And two of them had a problem with that
Come on.
and didn't act appropriately.
Oh, I got
Okay.
you. I got you.
So I got people calling me, hey, we got people, your folks are doing this, that, and the other. And I'm trying to make sure it's good for everybody. I was like, no, we're not making it good for everybody. You're telling me that the place is safe.
Come on.
There's no unsafe conditions. No, sir, we would not put anybody back there if there wasn't. Then let me make a phone call.
There you go.
And I called my people and said, listen, if it's good enough for patients, if it's good enough for nurses, it's good enough for you. But you need to go back there and do your job because we're obligated to provide so many hours of security, blah, blah, blah. It's all
For
contractual.
that area, it has to be secure.
Well, for the whole facility, but
Right.
that specific area is different.
I got you.
And I had onesies and twosies that still had a problem with it. They
Okay.
decided that they were going to do some things and say, well, we don't have to go in there. You guys have to deal with this until it gets better. So I got another higher up calling me like,
I'm
hey,
with you.
I'm trying to facilitate to keep everybody happy. I was like, you don't have to keep nobody happy.
There you go.
And make a phone call. This is what you got to do. And if anyone has a problem with it, tell them to turn in their ish. That's exactly what I told my supervisor.
Come on.
Some of them weren't happy with it. And then now I got two reports from the higher ups from the client. You don't get sideways with the client.
There you go.
Now, they are going to be reprimanded,
I understand.
but they're not going to be fired.
I understand.
Because even though they did something inappropriate, they did it for a reason that they stood on, and then comes to find out that the hospital was obligated to re-clean the area.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
So because the hospital was obligated to re-clean the area,
Oh,
although my folks did something inappropriate, they did it for a reason and they were
right.
correct.
Okay. So
So
that's their saving grace.
exactly, they did it
Yeah.
the wrong way, but they were concerned for their safety. That's why they still have a job.
Oh, I got you.
But they are going to be reprimanded because there are ways to handle that, and they handled it inappropriate.
How about that? That's good stuff, man. You had to boss this week. You had to lead this week. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I lead all the time, but sometimes it's just is heavier.
yeah.
Sometimes it's heavier. And then they had some other things they wanted us to do. Well, we need your people to do this. Hold on. I'm like, that's outside of our contractual obligation. Well, you guys do this and it's closed, so we just want you to do this. Listen, you're the client, but
Right.
I got to take care of my people too. You're not going to abuse my folks.
That's good, boy. That is so
So,
good. That is so good,
so
Sneak.
yeah. So instead of going back and forth, because some of this was in text and some of this was email, and there's a lot of people on the string, CEO, COO, that type of stuff. I was like, I need to contact my corporate. I'll get
That's
back
good.
with you.
That's
Wasn't
good.
gonna argue with you. And so now I'm making phone calls to my other boss, and he's like, hey, you're right. That is not what we do. That's clinical. That's not what that's outside of our scope of work. I said, so that's what I'm gonna tell him. He's like, okay, but if they push back, call me, because about a year ago we had
Okay.
not a similar situation, but they were trying to get my people to do something. I was like, no, we don't do that, and I just wouldn't budge. So then my boss on this side called the boss on the other side. He's like, oh, hold on, man. Still customer service. I'm like, hey, I got customer service, but I got to protect my people.
That's good, man. That is so good. Good evening again, everybody.
Yeah.
Why are we here? What is the Blue Table Talk for Men? You remember when Chris Rock was slapped by Will Smith? And I said that I had a client, and we were talking immediately after, a couple of days after that. I said, you know what? Will should start the Blue Table Talk since Jada had the Red Table Talk. And my client said, Dr. Sam, why don't you start it? So 2 years ago, we started, 4 years ago, we started the Blue Table Talk for Men, and we went 2 years strong, got 105 episodes, and we paused for a minute because I got cancer, and so we took about a 2 year hiatus, and we're back. This is episode 118, so we're 13 episodes beyond the end of season 1. This is the second edition, and so we're here for men to have a safe space. Why are we here? We just want to have men to have a safe space where they can talk and vent a little bit, relieve some steam, let that relief valve open it up a little bit and relieve some steam and pressure, because it's a challenge being a man,
It
especially a
is.
brother in this society. It's rough being a black man. So we just here to let men get some things off their chest. If you have a question for the man in your life, we feel question. Well, I'm a pastor, life coach, talk show host, professional speaker, author. I play Madden football on the PS5. I play pool. Sneaky introduced himself. He said he's on this side of me. He's right there.
Yeah, I
That's
am.
Sneaky.
I'm a 23-year retired airborne ranger infantry guy, down to earth. I cook a little bit, and yeah, that's about it.
Hey, he's a good
That's
cook,
about
y'all. He just put up a video. He did some oxtail, some smothered oxtail. They were
yeah.
good. They were good, y'all. He's a cook. He's a good cook too.
Thank you. Hey, I hear short round. I'll be right back.
Now,
Sorry.
take your time, and
All
we'll play our theme song while he's gone.
All
We'll
right,
play our
all right.
theme song.
Some men loud with it. Me, I'm quiet with mine.
This is our theme song, y'all. Hey, Sassy. Hey, Charm. Hey, Edward. Hey, Missy Ann. Hey, Jan. Hey, Mr. Laidback. It's good to see everybody. Thank you for all the gifts. Y'all tap that screen.
That don't mean nothing wrong.
If you ain't yapping with us, you ought to be tapping.
How I was raised.
If you ain't tapping, you're napping. Let's see if we can get 15,000 hearts tonight. All right, Miss Meredith.
Grew up in a house where men don't cry. Keep it all inside, let it pass on by. learn real
All right.
quick.
Oh, he's back, y'all. He's back.
When I get quiet,
He couldn't find Lightning McQueen.
Okay. Oh, that's that little car. He got a car, huh?
Oh, he got a bunch of them, but he couldn't find the big one. He needed to find people. I can't find Lightning McQueen.
But he know who to call on, don't he? He know
Oh
who to
yeah,
call
yeah,
on.
yeah. That's right.
That's good. And Short Round is his
My
his grandson.
grandson.
Yeah. And he said he's tired. Well, right here he is. And so I'm encouraged. Met some wonderful people over the weekend at my friend's homegoing. That was in Portland, Maine, Saturday. My friend David lived in Hollis, Maine, but the service was in Portland, Maine, about 20 miles away. And I flew into Boston and I drove 2 hours to get to Portland, Maine. And the city was nice. The people treated me nice. The food was good. I'm encouraged with this thing called our human experience because people are people are people are people. And our whole main axiom, and I know it gets a little tough sometimes, but treat people how you want to be treated at the end of the day. People are people are people are people, regardless of where you're from New York to California, from the United States of America to London, England. You know, I went to Cheers. I was at Cheers yesterday. I'll send you a picture. I went to Cheers in Boston yesterday. Going to a place where everybody knows your name. So I got some pictures. I got a mug as a
Nice.
souvenir. And I met some people from Montreal, Canada. They thought I looked like Steve Harvey. They spoke French. We laughed
Yeah.
so hard. And they were nice. They were bike riders. They had Harleys. And they rode
Okay.
from Montreal to Vermont. And they would swing. They swung back to Boston. And they were going to go to New York. They had a little route they were on. And I met some nice people over the weekend, you know. And
Good.
it's gonna
Good.
it's gonna be all right. Just treat people how you want to be treated. And for the men in your life, ladies, for the men in your life, and men for that matter, for the men in your life, ask them how they doing. And again, I met a couple. I met the wife at the one of the Mexican restaurants I stopped by for lunch, and she's been married 37 years. And I
Ah.
asked, I said, have you ever asked your husband how he's doing? Her eyes got big as saucers. She said, you know something? I never have. And I said, when you get home, lay on his lap or he's watching TV, lay in the recliner with him and ask him, hubby, how are you? And he said he's gonna call the best friend, which her name was Julie. Pam is the wife, and her friend Julie, they were there together. And Julie said, well, her husband had called me then and said, how much y'all been drinking this afternoon? Because it's such an odd thing to be asked, you know?
Yeah.
An easy
Yeah.
question, but it's hard to ask.
But sometimes it's hard to answer.
That's true.
Sometimes it's hard to answer. I mean, we got a lot of us in us. You
That's,
know.
man, that's so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
We got a lot of us in us, my friend Sneaky, because you asked that question, how are you? You got to think for a minute. Hey, Nerly. Hey, Lenore. Hey, Nakasha. You gotta pause. Well, whoa. How am I doing? Because you got to think about it for a minute, you know?
Well, during this dilemma at work, I
Yeah.
spoke to multiple people, and I was like, listen, I talk to everybody in a different way based on them. You got to be a good judge of character, because I can say something to you
Right.
and it's just fine.
Right.
And I can say the exact same thing to somebody else and hurt their feelings.
That's correct.
Okay. So in order to be in charge, be a leader, you need to be able to try to be a judge of character. And you can't, there's no one saves all. You know what I'm saying? You need
Right.
to be able to approach people differently based on their needs.
That's right.
All right. Some people need a kick in the butt. Some people need encouragement. Some people need a soft word.
That's right.
You can't, it's not one fits all. Okay. Now I've been in charge of people for decades. All right. Peacetime and in war. And you have to try to understand how to get through. Now, all transparency, I have been better at that with strangers, colleagues, soldiers than I have been at home.
Right. Right.
All
Understand.
right. I've been blunt, straight to the point, blah blah blah. My wife's like, "How come you're nicer to these people on the phone, these strangers, than you are at home?" And
Right.
I had to think about that.
Right.
All right. Um, and after I gave it a little bit of thought, I was like, "Baby, you know why? Because nothing outside of these doors is permanent. Nothing outside of these doors is personal.
Right.
That's all business, and it's a show. You know, you got the way you talk, and you got the interview speak, that
Right.
type of thing.
Right.
But when I
Right.
get home, I was taking things for granted.
Yeah.
I was, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
raise your voice, do this. How come this ain't done? Blah blah blah. Not, you know, not yelling at anybody specific,
Right,
but
right.
not being nice, being kind of pushy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And she's
yeah.
like, how come you have they call you at 2 a.m. because there's a problem? You're like,
Yeah.
hello,
Yeah.
tell me what's
yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Whereas Short Run might start doing something like, boy, sit down.
Yeah. You're not
You know?
mean, but you're not nice.
You're not exactly.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to maintain that same professional tone when you're out of this house. You need to bring some of that back in, and
Right.
it resonates. Now it's hard, old dog, new trick,
Right.
but
right.
I'm aware of it now,
Yeah.
and I try more. You know, you can't fix anything if you don't know the problem.
That's so good, Snake. That is so good,
Yeah.
man. I am so proud of you, man, because you doing the thing, man. You're doing the daggone thing, you know? You're doing it, man.
I'm trying. Look, I only got one family.
We and that was
Only
one
got
thing.
one family.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we talked about at my friend's homegoing Saturday. You know, really love the ones that you've been blessed to love. Live life to the fullest every day. And one of the things I
Absolutely.
said in my comments, I was one of the 3 speakers outside of the pastor. And don't sweat the small stuff, you know. And we all got a crash out or two stored up in us, but you can't crash out on everything. You know,
That's
you
true.
can't crash out on everything. Everything doesn't require a crash out, and you got to realize, because once you crash out, you got to deal with the aftermath. And I shared that with
Mhm.
one of my male clients that's dealing with some anger issues. You can't afford to hulk out all the time,
That's true.
because your wife responds to that, and the damage that you do, you know, there's some collateral damage behind that, and so you have to really work on that. You know what I'm saying? Again, good evening, everybody. Why are we here? We are simply here to give men, our brothers, a safe space to have real, authentic, honest conversation. What's on your heart now? Do you have a question? Is there a question on your heart? Put it in the chat. Both of us are on TikTok Live Studio, and I love TikTok Live Studio. It just gives you a little bit more capability in your lives and make them look a little bit more professional, you know. So if you got a question, if there's a man in your life that you having a hard time understanding, men are not complicated, but we're not simple either. Okay?
That's true. We're a problem.
We're supposed to protect and provide. Outside of that, you know, but I want you to talk to me. Well, men are not big talkers a lot of times. Some of us are, but everybody's not me and Sneak. We can talk. Because I met Sneak, he was doing 5-mile walks during the pandemic, and that's how him and I met. He was doing 5-mile walks and had his lives, and he would interact with people during his lives. And I was like, I like Sneak. And so he's been with me a long time, Sneak.
Well, see, now, you know me, devil's advocate. Yes,
on.
we are supposed to protect and provide, but what if you have a lady that doesn't need protection or to be provided for?
That's a great point. That's a great
And
point.
you still want to be in that relationship, someone or both ones might have to make some changes.
That's very true. That's very true. So she needs you on another level, and you got to
Yeah.
be willing to meet and match her on that other level that she needs. You know what I'm saying?
She might not need that money. She might not
Hey,
need
Miss
that
Bridget.
protection,
That's right.
but she might still want you.
Yeah.
And you gotta work through that. Now,
That's
men,
exactly right.
we got pride. I'm bringing home the bacon. She's
Oh,
like, baby, I
me
got all the bacon I
Tarzan.
need. I don't
Me
need your
Tarzan.
bacon,
That's right.
right? Oh, she doing too
Hey,
much. Now
Bo.
you're in your feelings. Can't just be in a relationship
That's right.
because you trying to compete and she already outdoing you when you meet her, and now you're gonna feel some type of way about it. Come on, man. If you like it, you like it. Do what you got to do.
You adjust if you gotta adjust. Whatever you gotta do is
That's
whatever
it.
you gotta do. You gotta do it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's so good, man. That is so good, man. Well, how's the family doing? How the girls doing?
Girls are doing just fine. Matter of fact, my second youngest, she just cooked dinner, so I didn't have to do it.
Okay,
She
okay,
came, she's like, y'all hungry? I was like, no, I ate a late lunch. She's like, well, I'm just gonna fix something anyway. Okay, so she fixed something a little light. Short
okay.
round. Now you got Lightning McQueen. He back downstairs. He with Kim.
Good.
I think
Hey,
my
Dave.
youngest daughter. I think his mother's downstairs with him too. So I think they all piled in my bed downstairs watching the big screen TV on the wall, and I'm up here. So I'll show them when I get done with you. I'll go watch the bigger TV up here and watch a movie or something.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's good. Something's good to watch. Ride or Die on Prime Video.
Oh, okay.
Ride or Die
All
Prime
right.
Video. It is good. That and then on Netflix there's The Hawk. It's a golf. It's Will Ferrell. It's a golf series, and I like golf, so it was good to me.
Yeah.
It was good to me. The Hawk was real good. Well, good evening again, everybody. We're here. We're here every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Blue Table Talk for Men. We provide a safe space for men to have safe, honest, authentic conversations. And the question we
Absolutely.
ask every week is, men, how are you? How you doing? And ladies, let me challenge you tonight. I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Ask the man in your life, ask your significant other, ask your partner, sit him down and ask him, man, how you doing? It's a sad indictment. It's a sad indictment because he knows how you're doing for the most part.
Hmm.
He knows how you're doing because you're going to tell him. You're going to tell him. But when was the last time you asked the man in your life, how are you doing? And again, I've asked two ladies, two wives, and they've never asked their husband. And then I had one of my football buddies, he was in the room 3 weeks ago, and he said his wife, they've been married 15 years, and his wife has never asked him how he was doing.
Wow.
I know
Wow.
y'all care about us, but have you just asked that very simple question, man, how you doing? Hey, Jans, good evening, everybody. If this your first time here, give us a blue heart. If this your first time here, give us a blue heart. Y'all tap that screen. Let's see if we can get to 15,000 hearts. Let's see if we can get to 15,000 hearts. Hope everybody's doing all right. Hey, everybody, y'all, the names are going by so fast, so I'm just saying, hey, y'all, it is so funny. When I went to this Mexican restaurant, Sneak, you know how I do. I greet when I come in. It was just these two ladies sitting at the end of the bar. I sat there at the bar and I said, "Hey y'all, how y'all doing?" And Pam, her name, hey Miss Phillips, her name was Pam, and she said, "You from the South, aren't you?" And I said, "I am." They laughed so hard, and the conversation. We just had a great conversation. But again, people just want to just be respectful and to really get to know one another. People are people are people are people. Wherever you go,
Absolutely.
people are just people,
Absolutely.
and treat people like you want to be treated. And again, our hearts go out to the Wells family. It's going on a month, and we still really don't know what happened to Nolan Wells. And so we got the accelerators out there. We got a whole lot of people, a whole lot of eyeballs on the situation. So that's going to put a whole lot of heat on the state of Mississippi to get to some type of resolution. So, prayers
Yeah.
up. Well, thank you,
Well,
Jan. Well, thank you, Jan. Just say blue heart. Just text the word blue heart.
I'm gonna push
Come on.
back a little bit.
Come on.
You said earlier that young man went away for no reason,
Yeah.
and I feel that's wrong. He went away for a reason.
Yeah.
They just
Okay.
haven't determined what that reason is.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know what I think it is,
Yes, sir.
but without evidence, it's just it's just an opinion.
That
So-
is just, I totally understand, my friend. And like I shared with you last week and a couple of weeks ago, it just hit me a little different because I was thinking about my sons, and they grew up. They went to a predominantly white school, a private school, a Christian school, and the predominant most of their friends were white. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
it just hit me different, And my heart goes out to the family and his mother and father. They're handling it as well as can be expected, during this season, And
I saw.
come
I'm
on,
sorry.
come on.
I saw there were AI videos. One of them was the picture of Emmett Till when he was young, and then he started speaking, talking about what happened to him and blah 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 blah. And he's like, and I don't want to be forgotten. And then he started relating it to the Wells family.
Yes, sir.
And then I saw another one. It was Trayvon Martin. He's like, I was walking by myself with the crime of wearing a hoodie, blah 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 blah, and something happened to me. And it's similar to the Wells. So it's AI, but they're telling their stories of tragedy and then
Right.
relating it to the Wells, saying, don't let it go, don't forget. And that kind of made me feel some type of way. Kind of touched me a little bit
Yeah.
this morning. It's amazing what you can do with AI.
Man, it's
But
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
Yep,
really
absolutely.
amazing, man. It's
Amazing
it's so
and scary.
amazing. Yeah.
Amazing
Yeah.
and scary because there's so much false nonsense that they can do as well. And if you're not willing to or able to look through it carefully,
Right.
you could believe anything, like these these Mitch McConnell pictures.
I know,
Anyway,
right?
we'll change the subject.
Yeah, AI. Hey, AI in the wrong hands is dangerous, huh?
It's dangerous, absolutely. Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
hey, good evening again, everybody. Thank you for being here with us tonight. My co-host and I are here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it gives us a chance to unwind a little bit and talk and chop it up. It's just like we're in the barbershop and we just chopping it up, and we welcome you to join in the conversation with us. And we don't necessarily have a topic every week. We just talk, and it's very organic. But the question that we lead with every week is, men, man, how are you doing? And I challenge every woman that's watching, and we're not anti-women, we're just pro-men, and we let the ladies sit on the porch. And if you have a man in your life that you're trying to understand, if you got a question, put it in the chat. But a question that we start with every week, man, how you doing? Sneak said he's a little tired, a little emotionally drained. I'm
Yeah.
encouraged. I had a wonderful homegoing service for my friend in Portland, Maine. Met a new pastor. She's 78 years old. She's an
Bless him.
Episcopalian, Methodist pastor. She fills in a lot. She's not pastoring per se, but she's helping out with different ministries. And we had breakfast together yesterday. Wonderful, wonderful woman of God. And it just
Nice.
touched my heart to let me know that we pretty much on the same page. We pretty much on the same page. We care about people. We love people. We want to do right by people. We want to help people as much as we can. Love as much as we can. Love as hard as we can. At the end of the day, we don't want to mistreat nobody, but we here to help.
Yep,
Hey, my father's
absolutely.
daughter. Hey, everybody. A good evening, everybody. Again, if you got a question for us, just pose it, put it in the chat. If you don't want to come on the hot seat, just put it in the chat, and we'll field the question. Oh, we'll answer the question for you. Well, we got an opinion. We got an opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, Sneak. Hey, I am the Cherie. I am the she. How you doing? She was in Dominique's live the other night. I met her. She's very intuitive. She's an awesome young lady. She's doing big things, and she said she will be here tonight. So I'm just glad to see you. I am the she. It's good to see everybody again. I'm Dr. Sams. I'm a pastor. I'm a life coach. I'm a pro speaker, host of the Blue Table Talk for Men, and this is my co-host, Sneaky. Sneaky, reintroduce yourself again.
Hey, once again, my name is I'm Sneaky, 23-year retired combat veteran. My claim to fame is I've been to war 4 times. I never lost a man, weapon, or piece of equipment. I cook a little bit, and this guy over here is my friend, and we're gonna talk about things. We're gonna get the men to get through the hard stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna help men
Yeah.
get through the hard stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And being a man, it's a lot on our shoulders. I was talking to a mutual friend of David and myself, and his wife is going through. She has had a bout with breast cancer. Bless her heart.
Ah,
And I
okay.
was sharing with the pastor at breakfast yesterday. I thought I was a very empathetic person, but when I was diagnosed with colon cancer, that has taken me to another level. I
Yes.
empathize with cancer patients, cancer survivors. That's another level of empathy, if you will. And so, we this thing called life. I've been around 60 years, and Sneak is knocking on the door. Sneak is knocking on the door. We 60 now. We've lived a little bit, Sneak.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Veronica. Hey, sis. How you doing? I've noticed that
Like, yeah,
I think
yeah,
your
chat is,
list,
yeah.
your live list, and my live list is different. But that's cool. That's
That's
cool.
cool. Yeah,
Reaching different folks. But yeah, in my more mature days, I have learned that I can glean. I like that word. I can
yeah.
glean more by listening, paying attention, and I can help to expand myself and others through good dialogue.
That's
Okay,
great.
now
Yeah,
everyone doesn't have the capability to be able to hold a conversation. I've learned that. Some people will listen long enough to reply.
there you
Some
go.
people already have what they want to say. They're just waiting for an opportunity to throw it in the zinger.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And you met me, like you said earlier,
yeah,
doing my 5 mile walks. I can talk to anybody about anything. We
yeah.
don't have to agree on it to have a good conversation. I can learn something. And I just wish there was more people like that that can just even have, I don't want to say adversary, but you can have a conversation with an adversary or someone that's on the opposite side of your opinion.
Right, right.
That doesn't make them an enemy. That just means they don't think the way you do.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. And one thing Reverend Lambert said in her remarks Saturday, I told her I was going to put that in my back pocket. She said, we have been taught so many things in our lives, but
Mm.
one thing we have not been taught is how to listen, to your point. We haven't been taught how to listen. And one of the compliments my clients give me is that I'm a good listener. And you
Mm.
have to actively listen. Like you said, not just to give your opinion, because our wives, one of the biggest things they want us to just listen. Just listen. Don't try to solve nothing right now.
Absolutely.
Just listen to me. Don't try to solve nothing right now. Just listen to me. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. And I give that nugget to everybody tonight. Work on being a better listener.
Absolutely. That was one of my biggest failures. I'm still struggling with it as a man with a wife and 4 daughters.
Four of them. Four of them.
Sometimes they just want you to listen to
Yeah.
what the problem is.
Yeah.
But you want to jump in there and be Mr. Fix It.
Yeah. I got a screwdriver and a hammer. Let's go.
Yep. And sometimes they don't want that nor require it. Sometimes they just want you to listen to the problem. And I've learned that. Still struggle with it
Yeah.
because I'm Captain Saver, but sometimes they just want you to sit back and listen.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And y'all give us grace because that's part of our DNA. We fixers, and we want to fix things. Whatever bothers you, because see, you belong to us, and get put in air quotes. You're ours. We're in a relationship. We love you like play cousins. You our girl, and we don't want you to be stressed or hurt or anything like that. So if you present us with a problem, we ready to throw the Superman suit on. I got it. Hold on, time out. I got yeah. Just listen.
Perfect example. And this
Come on.
happened today. This happened not an hour ago, not 2 hours ago.
Come on.
My daughter, who was in here, she's upset over a situation. I'm not gonna get into her business too much. She was upset over a situation,
Yes, sir.
and she was letting it fly. Dad, this has happened before, and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And I was like, well, just go in there and show them who's boss. Show them how it's supposed to be. And she was like, well, she was explaining it. And then after she said a few things, I was like, you know what? Now that you put it that way, I understand why you're angry.
Amen.
That's all it takes.
That's it.
Sometimes the best thing you can say is,
Yeah.
I understand why.
Right.
Okay, instead of, well, I can do this, you should do that, blah 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 blah. Once I listen, I say, you know what? Having said that, sweetheart,
There you go.
now I see why you're upset.
Right. Hey,
Now
brother.
I see why you're angry. Now I understand your point, and that's the difference between trying to give support
Yeah.
and trying to push someone to do something a different way.
That's good. That's good. And it just hits you. You say, okay.
Yeah.
I see you now. Okay. I got you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I got you. How's Miss Kim doing?
She's fine. She's downstairs probably watching the Cosby Show. She's downstairs with Short Round right now. I'll tell her that I'll give her your love and all of that. But yeah, she's downstairs chilling. She's like, today's Tuesday, Blue Table Talk. I was like, yeah.
I mean, the days go by so fast,
Yeah.
dog. Days are going
Yeah.
by fast. Are you a sports person?
Not really.
Not
Not really.
really.
I'm a sometimey friend. Okay. Now my teams.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
come on.
I
Listen.
always support where I live.
Okay.
All right. So Carolina Panthers, even though they're sucking right now, I'm gonna
Okay.
support them.
Okay.
But I was raised in Chicago.
Okay.
All right. So the Cubs, the Sox, the Bulls, the Bears, even the Red. What do you call them?
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
their soccer team? The Red Hawks, I think it is.
Okay. Soccer
And-
team. Okay.
I mean hockey.
Hockey.
The Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks.
Chicago
That's right.
Blackhawks.
That's right.
But I support Chicago because that's where I was raised. Good, bad, or indifferent. Now we had a good run. Now,
did.
You know,
Now, you
Super
did.
Bowl
Yeah.
shuffle
Yeah.
and the Bulls. You know, 2-3-peats.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna support my team. So I always support where I live,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Okay.
support all things Chicago because that's where I was raised.
That's good. Yeah,
So-
I was a Chicago Bulls fan. I love Michael Jordan.
Hmm.
I remember the Super Bowl shuffle. I was so glad that Walter Payton won the Super Bowl in 1985, and y'all
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
been a whole lot since.
No, but I
Yeah.
love them.
I'm like that with the Cowboys. I love my
Yeah.
Cowboys. We haven't really been much since the 90s. I
Yeah.
missed that 90s team, but I love the Cowboys, and I love Alabama Crimson Tide, and I'm a LeBron James fan. So now I'm
Mm.
pulling for the Philadelphia 76ers since he signed with them the other day. So I'm a
I got you.
I'm a LeBron fan, and he's not the GOAT. But he's GOAT material. That's good.
goatish.
He's GOATish. He's GOATish.
He's goatish. Now I did luck out. The 4 years I was working, making lieutenants at WPI, Worcester Polytechnic Institute,
Okay.
Massachusetts, freaking right next to Boston.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know
the New England Patriots, the Boston Red
Patriots.
Sox.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was there for 4 years when what's his name, the quarterback, what's his
Tom
name?
Brady.
Tom Brady was on top, you know,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they get mad at me. Hey,
Really?
Sergeant, yeah, Sergeant, did you watch the Super Bowl? I was like, was that this weekend?
Yeah, you're not a
They be
sports
so mad
fan.
every
You're not a
time.
sports man. You're not a sports man.
No, but did you visit? I can't believe you didn't watch the Super Bowl. Was that this weekend?
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
I only did that 1 year, but I was like, what?
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm just really proud of you and your tour around this thing called life. What do you really hang your head on? What's one of your core values? What do you hang your head on? Looking at the people that you work with, the young man you hired a few weeks ago, what is it that you look for in men or people that you work with? What's your core values, Sneak?
There's two things I look for specifically.
Okay.
All right. One, I look for character.
Okay.
You got to have good character. And two, I look for integrity. All right. Now, simple things. I don't know if I told you the story. I loaned this young man I sent him some money because he was,
Yep,
he was kind of
yep.
in dire straits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still waiting.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm still. So that gives me, judge of character. He hasn't said, hey,
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
I haven't forgot you. I had to do this. I had to do that. I was
Right.
like, okay, whatever. Now, $100. I hate to say, I run through $300 at the liquor store.
I know, right?
So now-
Or
I'm
going to
not
get your
saying-
meat. Or going to get your
Oh,
meat.
yeah, exactly. Listen, I'll spend $100 on oxtails.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, easy.
You know,
easy.
I'll spend $200, and I'm not bragging, and I'm not trying to be it that way, but I like good food. So I'll spend $200, $230 on a whole ribeye, and then I'll come home and I'll cut it myself, which is still cheaper than buying ribeyes individually.
Right, right.
And then I get them as thick as I want. If I want to cut a 2-inch steak, I'll cut a 2-inch steak.
Right.
Right? So now you go to a grocery store and look at a 2-inch steak, a 2-inch ribeye, you're going to spend about $35, $40.
Easy.
Okay? If I spend $200 on a whole ribeye and I cut myself 10 2-inch steaks, how much money have I saved?
See there?
Right? It might be $200 up front, but once you cut it down into your retail cuts,
Yeah.
each one of those steaks is $25, and I got or $30, and I got 10 of them.
That's
I
right.
spent $200 on a ribeye, but I got $300 worth of meat.
That's good. That's good.
You
That's
know,
good.
because you cut out the butcher, I do the butcher. I ain't got to
That's
pay that
right.
guy.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it seems like a lot of money, but it's not. And then our economy is economying, you know. So yeah,
That's pretty
it is
good.
what it is.
Yeah.
But young man hasn't mentioned it. He keeps throwing it around, blah blah blah. And I'm like, listen, I already know that you don't have a good judge of character. There's not a good base there. However you were raised, I don't want to owe anybody. I got to show you my worth. I got to pay you back. Ain't in him.
I got you. I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way I will owe anyone anything for a long period of time.
That's right.
No way. Right?
If I owe you, I'm gonna pay you.
Yeah, if I ask you for money and you give it to me, I'm going to find you and give it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? It's not one of those you got to kind of track me down. Come on, man. That's just not how I was raised.
Right.
Everybody didn't get that.
That's right.
Everybody doesn't get that. Judge of character and integrity. Those are the two things I look for.
You hang your
when I'm
hat
trying
on
to hire
that, don't
somebody.
you? Because if I
Absolutely.
say something, if I tell you something, and when I ask you about rejoining me and let's start the Blue Table Talk for Men again, you gave me your word. You said, Dr. Sim, let me think about it. I got two competing things right now. Let me think about it. And you thought about it. You said, Dr. Sim, let's rock and roll. Because you're loyal to a fault. I said, let's go. And you were like, let's go. And I'm
That's
glad
the
we
third
started
thing,
it.
loyalty.
Yeah.
That's the third thing, loyalty.
Yeah.
But I look for integrity. I look for character, right? And if I go down the list, obviously I want loyalty. Obviously I want honesty. All of that stuff.
Right.
But integrity, doing what's right even if no one's looking. I need
There
that.
you go.
Okay? And character. You're not going to be swayed. You're going to do a good job because that's what you're going to do. Not what this person's doing, not what that person's doing. You got good character, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do just because I'm supposed to do it.
That's good. And one of mine, and it's so germane to yours, one of mine is how you treat people.
Yes.
Quick story. David, the friend I went to his homegoing Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
he would call me out of the blue a lot of times. He would just call me and say, Dr. Sam, I want to run something by you.
Okay.
And he'll give me the particulars. And he said, I just want to make sure that I'm looking at it right. And I said, well, let me say this, David. You're not a deceitful person. You're not built. Your DNA, you do not try to manipulate. You do not try to get over on anybody. You are coming from a good place. And so one of my part of character, one of my core values is how do you treat people?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, people call it karma. The Bible says you're going to reap what you sow. At the end of the day, if you put out bad stuff, if you sow bad seeds, you can't have a good harvest. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So one of my hangers, one of my hooks that I hang stuff on is I want to treat people like I want to be treated. At the end of the day, I treat people right, and it comes back on you in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? And so I like that about you too. I like that about you. You treat people right. You know what I'm saying? You treat people right.
Yeah. Well, what I had to learn after 23 years of military is
Okay.
you can't do that. Civilians are different. Okay.
Understand. I'm with you. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm to the point where I see a person.
Reverend
I'm
Smith.
constantly not judging in a bad way. I mean, I won't say judging, evaluating.
Okay, okay,
I
okay,
evaluate
okay.
people,
I like
and I
that.
evaluate them on a constant basis
Yeah.
because everyone
Hey, Kenny.
everyone gives you the I do everything right, and they say the right stuff during the interview, but that's just day one. After I get you trained up, blah blah blah, I'm gonna come back about 2-3 weeks later and
Yeah.
say, hey man, how you holding up? How you feeling about the job? Oh, everything's fine, blah 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 blah. I said, well, come here, let me talk to you. Let me tell you what I see.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what
All
I
right.
say.
Let me tell you what I see. You were doing this, and this. Now you're doing this good. You're doing this good, but you kind of slacked off here. Can you tell me why? I'm gonna make you talk. I'm gonna make you talk.
That's
Well,
good.
I don't know. Yes, you do. You know
do.
why? You're the one that's doing it. Come on now.
You know why.
That's the kind of person I am. That's the kind of person I am.
That's good because I tell
Um,
people all the time. I taught a class at a state-funded program. I taught a class, and in part of that class I was teaching, I said, take this out of your vocabulary. I do not know, because you do know. You have a thing in your hand that's probably about a $1,200 device in the palm of your hand that you can type in anything and get an answer.
See, but you can't tell me you don't understand your own behavior.
Okay, that's good. Come on.
You can't tell me that. Why did you do that?
That's good.
I don't know.
That's good.
Yes, you do.
That's good.
Okay.
Now you may not
If-
want to tell us. You may not.
You might not want to tell me.
You may not want to tell me.
Right. But you can't tell me you don't understand why you did something. That's your behavior. All right. And there's a reason why you either did something or didn't do something.
That's good.
And I look
Snake.
at them all the time. I tell my supervisors, you are ultimately responsible for everything that happens or fails to happen during your shift.
There you go. That's good.
Because you are in charge. You are an extension of me. When I'm not here, you're the boss. Why that's important is I need you to be accountable for your stuff because I am responsible for everything that happens or fails to happen, period.
That's right. That's right.
Your shift, second shift, third shift, weekend. All right. They never ever hear me say, well, this happened because of so and so.
Right.
I don't know why this happened, but I said, no, it happened on my watch. It's my responsibility. I will identify the problem and I will fix it.
That's good. See, that's accountability. That's another part of that
That's-
character.
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm the boss. If something goes wrong, I need to identify what it is and fix it.
That's good.
There
That's
is no,
good.
one of my supervisors did something, but no. One of my employees did something inappropriate. Give me a chance to identify the problem and I will solve it and I will get back to you on what the result is.
That's good.
It's still mine. I didn't have to do it, but
That's
I'm
good.
still responsible for the program.
So help us with this. So is the deputy under you or above you?
The deputy's underneath me. I'm the director.
Okay. Okay.
I have a deputy director, or
Okay.
for my other boss, I'm the account manager and he's the assistant account manager.
I
The
got you.
account is for the contract.
Gotcha.
We are contracted by this other organization.
I got you.
That's why I call them my client.
That's good.
So because they embrace us so tightly, we're pretty much part of them, even though we're a different company. They call me the director of their security. And they
Okay.
they allowed a position, so I have a deputy director. And then I have supervisors, and then I have people that are underneath them. So it's titles, all right?
Okay.
For my organization, I'm the account manager. I'm the contract controller. For the people that have hired us, I am their director of security.
That's good. Well, we have a question. Jan,
Yes, sir.
get your pen out. Get your notebook. Jan asked this question from a man's
Yes.
perspective.
Hmm.
What does it mean when asked, what do I bring to the table? When
What does it mean when a man asks a woman?
Yeah, and we can do it both ways. We can do it both ways. We can answer it both ways. When a woman asks the question, or when the man. Well, let's do the man. When a man asks a woman this question, what do you bring to the table? What is he asking, Snake? In your
To
perspective.
me, my perspective is I don't want to hold all the weight by myself, so you got to help me.
Okay.
That's what it means. All right. If I am, and I'm not, if I was dating based on multiple decades ago of dating experience.
Yeah.
If I was interested in a woman, okay, full transparency. First thing first. She got to look the way I want her to look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful, voluptuous, all of that, if that's what I'm looking for. So you pass
Right.
the lust test, okay? So once you...
Hey, 36,
once
24, 36.
yeah. So once you pass the lust test number 2 is, do I have the gift of gab? Do I have the finesse to try to gain your attention? All right? So I gotta throw out some cool points. If I can get your attention and we start dating, I'm not gonna ask you what do you bring to the table.
Right.
I'm gonna advertise what I have to make sure that you're taken care of. But
That's
I'm
right,
an old
right.
guy.
See, we old school.
I'm old school.
Yeah.
You know, this is my worth, baby. This is what I can do for you. This is what I can do to make sure you're taken care of. You don't have to work unless you want to.
That's right. That's right.
I'll give you everything that I can. It might not be everything you want. Make sure you know that I'm gonna give you everything that I can. You might not get everything you want, but you won't need anything.
That is
Okay.
so good, Snake.
But I'm not going to turn around and say, well, what you going to bring to the table? That means I can't hold it up and I need your help from the jump. I call that I think that's telling. Back to character.
Yeah,
It's back
that
to
is so
character.
good. That is so good, Sneak. So Jan, and from what all I've seen, hey, Brother Fred, what I've seen that question is asked predominantly by men. I'm on TikTok a lot, and I don't hear women asking that question. So that's why Sneak and I is coming from the male perspective, and from our perspective, us being old school OGs, we want to make sure that we can provide and take care of our woman. And when this generation, these cluster of men is asking that question, like Sneak said, it's a partnership, and most people are coming in now. Well, if I got this, what do you got to help fill in that? And I think the question is a little bit disingenuous, because as a man, we are built to take care of our family. And we protect and provide for our family. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times that question is a little disingenuous. And again, it's not so much what you're bringing to the table. How compatible are we? How do my ups and your downs, how do they match each other? You know what I'm saying? And so, but when somebody asks you that question from a woman's perspective, when somebody asks you that question, they say, listen, and like Sneaky said, are we physically attracted to each other? What am I bringing to the table? As your woman, I got your back. As a woman, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make sure your house is gonna be a house of peace. I'm gonna make sure that if you need something, I'm there to take care of what you need, because the Bible says a wife, God made Eve a help suitable for Adam. All right. So like Sneak was saying, I just want to make sure, hey, we're gonna have to get along to get along. I want to make sure how compatible we are. Come on, Sneak.
I'll say this. After all of these years of marriage between me and my wife, you know what's the most precious thing that she's given me? More precious than my kids, more precious than our marriage. You know what's the most precious thing my wife has given me over these years?
What?
Support.
Dad, come on, what's that big S word?
She has backed me up on every endeavor that I wanted to go through. Military-wise, listen, my daughter posted a picture of me in uniform. Okay. Back my young, good-looking, bulletproof days. Now, I ain't bulletproof no more. I'm still good-looking. Anyway. She posted a picture, and some of her male friends were like, holy, I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, wow, your dad's wearing stuff that would be astronomical to earn one of those accolades. Wow. And he's wearing this, and this. When I ain't gonna say I'm not an average soldier, but when a person's trying to advance in the military it's a feather in their cap to do one of those. And he's done this and this and this and that. And my wife supported me every time I says I need to go to this
Yeah.
school. I need
Yeah.
to go to this training. I need to, and she's like, why? I said, because I'm a combat soldier. The better I am, the more survivable me and my people are.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
And she's supportive. If I'm gone for training for 6 months, gone this place for this many months, 1 meal a day, or jumping out of airplanes or jungle warfare, all of this nonsense that I was going through
Yeah.
just to be one of the best.
Yeah.
And she supported me.
Right? Jan, write that word down. Write that word. You said help me. You understand. Write that word down. If a man asks you that, and we're gonna take it at face value. When a man asks you that question, or your girlfriend, share this with your girlfriend. When a man asks that question, let's hear his heart. When a man asks that question, all you have to say is that, listen, I'm gonna be a woman to you. I'm gonna support you. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to
That's it.
love you. I'm going to be loyal to you. Those things money cannot buy. That's what a man, parenthetically woman, that's what we're looking for. Things money can't buy. Oh, you got a house, you got a 401k, you got a savings, you got a car, you got money to go on trips, you got apps, you got connections. You may not own a jet, but you got 2 friends that got a jet. Okay, all those things fine. Okay, fine. But when I'm asking that question, another way, thank you, Lord, another way to ask that question, what do you bring to the table? What are you bringing to the table that money cannot buy? Come on, somebody. Somebody. That's really interpretation. That's really what they're asking. All that we need as men and women, we need things in our lives that money can't buy.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I love this. This is why
woman.
we're here. This is why we're here, y'all.
Yeah.
This is why we're here every week. This is why we're here, to answer questions just like that.
Yeah, but what do you bring to the table? I mean, like, what are you asking for,
Yeah.
dude? You know, that just drips insecurity to me. It drips insecurity.
Exactly.
You know,
Snake. That's
it's
right.
like they see all these celebrities.
Right.
Oh well, I need a prenup. I'm like, dude, you ain't making prenup money.
Come on, Elder. Come
You know
on,
what I'm
Elder.
saying? Work on what you can handle. The relationship. You can control your conversation. Hopefully, you can control your temper.
That's right.
You can do things to increase your income if you're savvy enough and have the ability.
That's right.
Okay? You can buy the house. You can buy the car, blah, blah, blah. And then some people are like, well, that house is a blessing.
Yeah.
That car is a blessing. It's not. The wisdom and the ability to gain those things.
Come on,
is the
Snake.
blessing.
I totally
That's
agree.
the intangible that you
Yeah.
were given from wherever your faith comes from.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's the intangible blessing that is within you. The car is something you got because you had the blessing. The car is not the blessing.
Oh, come on. Boy, you know what? I'm going to have to come to Carolina and give you your preacher's license. Are you preaching tonight? You preaching.
No, that's my opinion.
That's good.
That's my opinion.
Jan, did that answer your question? Ask another question, Jan. You pulling a thread. You got another question on your heart. Jan, ask another question. We here tonight. I'm feeling good. But we took us a long nap today. And my baby, while I was gone, she missed me. And I miss her. And I thought when I pulled into the driveway last night, I said, you know what? It's good to be missed. Because I missed her too. Because we rarely don't travel without each other, because during the pandemic, Sneak, we traveled. I had like 4 different engagements I had to go to, 2 marriages and a couple of other things. I think I forget the other 2 things, but 3 of the 4 things were wedding related. But we travel, and we're rarely apart. And I pulled into the driveway last night, and I said, you know what, it is good to be missed, and so we just pretty much slept all day today, and I was looking forward to tonight. But I love what you said. You know what? It's the intangible things. And Miss Jan, I think the people that ask that question need to ask it another way. And the other way is, what can you provide to this relationship that money cannot buy?
That's it. That's it. What can you bring to the table? What's in your bank account? In my opinion, you're just greedy.
Yeah, hello.
You're just greedy. I got mine. I want yours too. That type of thing. No.
And you know
The
what? I'm
blessing.
we're not talking about anybody. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just talking
No,
about what I'm
I'm
talking
just
about.
talking in general.
On this show, and I don't know if you follow this show, and it's on TikTok. It's called Pop the Balloon, and they bring single people to
They
the
bring in a
other.
person and the
Yeah,
girls or the men. I've
yeah.
seen that.
One young lady, bless her heart, she was honest, and everybody, all the guys were like, well, at least you're honest. She said, because the hostess asked her, well, what are you looking for? She just, I'm not going to use the N word she used, but she said, I want me a rich man. And
Mhm.
all the fellas popped their balloon. And you know,
That's
all of
it.
them said, when the host asked everybody, why did you pop your balloon? They said, well, you know what? We appreciate her honesty, but that's not our vibe. That's not what we're looking for. You know?
Yeah.
Because when that's all you're looking for, and I'm gonna say this and be cliche, forgive me for being cliche. If that's all you looking for, that's all you're gonna get.
Well, my thing is, if all you're looking for is my money, and if something happens to separate me from that money, you just separated me from you too.
That come on. Come on.
You know, it's that simple. It's that simple. When I got married many moons ago, before I got married,
Come on.
I spoke to my folks. I was I just turned 18,
Wow.
and I joined the military, and I said, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting married, pops. You think about getting married, mom?"
Okay.
They're like, "No." My mother was like, "No." She was kind of like, "No, you're too young. You ain't ready." My father's like, "Come here, boy. Let me talk to you."
Let me
Because
holler.
he did 21 years in the Air Force. He says, if you love this girl and she loves you, go do your. Because I was stationed to go to Italy. I
Okay.
was supposed to go. I went to Vicenza, Italy, Airborne Combat Team, Vicenza, Italy.
Okay.
He's like, do your overseas deployment and then come back. If she loves you, she'll still be here. That's what my father told me. And I went overseas, did what I had to do. I came back after I think it was 8 months
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
We got married,
How
and
about
then
that?
she moved in with my folks. They let her stay there. I went back and finished up my tour, and then I came back, and we've been together ever since. I'm still on my training wife. I haven't had to train her in yet. I still got my training wife.
That is, man, that's such a love story, my friend. That is such a
Yeah,
love
yeah.
story. Ask, when you go downstairs, you
Yeah.
ask her, that Dr. Sims asked you to ask her,
Hmm.
does she love you more today than she did yesterday?
I'll text you her answer.
Text me. And you
Look.
tell her your answer, and you tell her, baby, I love you more today because. But you
Oh, she
mess
knows
with her,
that already.
mess with her. Say, well, you still my training wife. You ain't ready to train you in yet.
I mean, we ask each other that all the time. See, my
Amen.
wife,
Amen.
she's
Amen.
she's a what if person.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what if you would have married your old girlfriend? What if you would have did this? What if,
Uh-huh.
And I don't do that, and she knows I don't. Baby, I know you're not a what if person,
Yeah.
but what I'm like, baby,
Yeah. Come on.
I'm working on us getting better.
That's good.
You know, what we're gonna do next year? What we're gonna do tomorrow? What we're gonna do next month? I'm not a fantasy guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What if I would have went to college and met somebody else? I said, baby, I didn't. Oh, I don't even want to entertain it.
There
you know?
you go. What you say? Oh,
I don't do that. I'm
that's
grounded.
awesome. That is so
But
good.
she does ask me those questions every now and again. What if you would have did it? And I'm like, why?
Huh?
Anyway, let's talk about it, you know. But
That is awesome. That's awesome.
I'm gonna ask her that question, but we do talk about that all the time, baby. She's like, why do you love me?
You go, come
And
on.
I'll say,
Come
and
on.
and then I'll say something like, how could I not? And then we'll laugh, you know.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
But listen,
absolutely.
if you tell her this, if y'all ever decide just as a ceremonial thing, if you ever want to renew your vows, I'd love to officiate that.
I want to, but it's gonna be on a cruise.
Well, I got a passport.
It's
Trish got a
gonna be-
passport.
It's gonna be on a cruise.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
heard that,
probably,
Sam. You heard that
yeah.
sneaking. They going on a cruise.
It's
We warming
probably,
her up to that. We warming her
it's
up to a
probably,
cruise.
it's probably gonna be Royal Caribbean. I like Royal
Royal
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Oh, that's good.
I
That's
like Royal
good.
Caribbean, and here's why. People ask, "What?" I don't know how we get to this stuff. What's the best cruise to go on?
Come on.
There is no best cruise. There
That's
is a
right.
best cruise for you.
There you go.
It's based on your life. We've cruised a lot. Well, we used to cruise a lot.
Right.
If you want to party with a bunch of kids jumping around, making a lot of
Carnival.
noise and have a
Carnival.
good time, go to
Carnival.
Carnival.
There you go.
Absolutely. You want a little bit more sophisticated cruise, you want to go on Royal Caribbean.
There you
If
go.
you want to have a one-on-one, you, your lady, in an adult environment, you want to go on Virgin.
There you go. There
You see
go.
what I'm saying?
That's
so
good.
you have to pick the cruise to match your mood. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I like that.
All
I
right.
like that. I like
You
it.
gotta
Well,
pick
listen,
the
man.
cruise.
Royal Caribbean. There you go, Jan. There you
I
go,
like Royal
Jan.
Caribbean.
Well, give us some final thoughts, man. I love that. Was a great question, Jan. That's a great question, Jan. Jan, I'm a dub you, Jan. You gonna be our questioner. So when you're here, you bring questions to us, and we'll love to answer it. Come on, Sneak.
Absolutely. My final thoughts. What do I consider the important attributes
Oh, that's
of a
good.
person?
That's a good. That
The
was
important attributes, like I said earlier, is I need integrity.
Good. Yeah.
Okay. I need character.
Yeah.
You as a person, just you to be a good person. That's character.
Good. That's good.
Okay. I would prefer loyalty, but you have to earn that.
That's right.
But I require truthfulness.
That's good, Snake. That's
Okay.
good, Snake.
For a person that I have to interact with. Okay, now for a relationship, the most important thing that I require in a relationship is that support.
That's good.
I didn't say love.
You didn't
I
say
didn't
love,
say
did you?
kids. I didn't say money. I didn't say property.
Yeah.
For me to have a flourishing relationship, I need support.
That's good. That's sneaky.
And I
That's
love
so
you, Doc.
good. I love you.
I love
too,
you,
man.
Doc. And I'll wait for your finishing thoughts.
Hey, listen. This is my friend, y'all. This is my friend. Let's do this. Let's do this. Disconnect. Love you, Snake.
Love you more.
That's my dude. That's my dude right there. That's my dude right there. We had to thank you, Jan. I want you here with us every week, Jan. I'll make you a moderator too. But we had a great show tonight, episode 118. This has been a great show, and that was a wonderful question. And our conversation was leading to that question that she asked. And I'm glad you asked that question because I've heard that, we've heard that ad nauseum. My wife and I talk about it all the time too. We're glad we're not dating right now, you know. But another way that the people that ask that question, what they're really asking is what intangible things are you bringing to this relationship? Things money cannot buy. Because we all got stuff. All of us got stuff. You know, and then that opens the door. Well, should we go 50-50? Should we split 50-50s? You know, all of that. We'll touch on that more next week. But at the end of the day, and Sneaky was saying, talking about character, at the end of the day, and I saw this in my travels this weekend, people just want to be treated like a human being, a person. Matthew 7:12, the Bible does not fail. Matthew 7:12, do unto others as you have them do unto you. Hey, if you want a hug, give a hug. You want a kiss, give a kiss in relationship space. If you want a back rub, rub a back. If you want somebody to talk nice to you, talk nice to them. Hey, TK. Hey, TK. Okay? Treat people like you want to be treated at the end of the day, because I'm telling you, man, we say this in the South. They love my accent. We say this in the South. What goes around, sure enough, comes around. All right? Thank y'all for being here. We have a lot of new faces tonight. I thank Dominique for that, and I'm gonna commend her for sending to me, because she said she would share this with her followership. I thank you for the new faces tonight. We're here every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and it's just a safe space for men. And if you have a man in your life and you want to better understand him, come talk to us. Yeah, Thank you, Sneak. That's right. Tell all your friends. And we had an uptick tonight. We had more people tonight. And we, hey, we taking our time. We are not going anywhere. This is episode 118. Go to our YouTube channel, Blue Table Talk for Men. .com. It's our YouTube channel. All of the previous episodes are there, and so we love the support. And we, we, if we touch the life of one man, one woman to help her man, because look at the bottom of my screen real quick. Men, man, how are you? Ask your person that question, and just don't ask it. Pause. Because like Sneaky was saying, it takes something to answer that question. Yes, we are. Yes. We're gonna have a podcast. Oh, I am just so excited, y'all. I'm glad to be here. Well, listen, we are here for an hour. We were a little over tonight, but we want to have this time as be as precious as possible. We could come on every day, but we want to let this be a very intimate conversation betwixt us. Okay? And we love y'all. And I love Sneak. He's a good man. He's solid. He's a solid brother. And we OGs. We OGs. We OGs. We OG. We old school. But we don't think that stuff really has changed that much. Right? But anyway, y'all be good. And remember, as I always say, if you stay high on life, life's going to stay high on you. Love you. See you next week.